Days after a Weymouth police officer is killed in the line of duty, Massachusetts police chiefs are weighing in on supporting the death penalty for anyone who kills a police officer. Some say they are hopeful the conversation around capital punishment begins because something needs to be done to protect officers. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more. Brittany?
Olivia, Police Chief in Leicester, James Hurley, supports the idea. He says during his 30-year career in law enforcement, he's lost several friends in blue and something needs to change.
Once again, law enforcement has been rocked to its core.
The murder of a Weymouth police sergeant is again sparking talk of making killing a police officer punishable by the death penalty.
It is something that's on the radar, and I'm sure will be part of the discussion. I don't think anything will be taking place most likely before the end of this legislative session in a couple of weeks, but it is definitely one of the things that's a topic of discussion for the future.
Massachusetts Chiefs of Police Association President and Dudley Chief Stephen Wayner says in the wake of multiple recent tragedies, it needs to be taken into consideration.
Death penalty certainly is always going to be controversial, but I think the way that we felt, if you're looking at it and actually considering it, you'd want to have it under very rare and certainly special circumstances. And definitely anyone who's willing to kill a police officer fits into that category.
When it happens, the question always lingers, why not me? We need to do something to protect our police officers, and it has to be done fairly soon.
Leicester Police Chief James Hurley says the recent killings are all too familiar. He says he has lost several friends in blue, including Ronald Tarantino Jr., who worked in Leicester for 7 years.
I said it when Bob Mortell, the chief in Paxton, was killed. I said it when other police officers have been killed. I'll say it for Ron Tarantino. Ron was a friend of mine. He was a colleague of ours. I would support the death penalty for that individual.
Wayner says every police department feels an emotional loss after one of their own is murdered, and something needs to change soon.
It highlights the emphasis of the dangers that officers face on a daily basis. We hope to kind of have these things done to a situation where we can deal with these violent offenders that are out there on the street, deal with them harshly.
Now again, Wayner says this will be an option during this legislative session, but he expects it to be a big discussion soon. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.